boldip.com.
It's my pleasure to talk with you about this version of Bold Bits, which is going to be a very timely discussion about a design patent that's for a basketball. As many basketball fans, the NCAA tournament just came to a close yesterday with University of North Carolina winning. I'm a bit chagrined as I'm a Seattle native and I was rooting on those Zags, but it was a good game nonetheless. I want to do a brief introduction about the law firm. Bold IP, we are a intellectual property, boutique, international law firm. We represent clients, inventors, business owners, and entrepreneurs to help them move forward their technology and business into the marketplace. We're business-minded attorneys, and we help them think about making a return on their investment right at the onset when they're developing the intellectual property with us. And so it's my pleasure to talk with you and introduce the book that we have, Bold Ideas, The Inventor's Guide to Patents. It's a short read. It's available online for free at boldip.com. So go online and pick up your copy today. Without further ado, I want to jump into our discussion today about design patents and share with you a really interesting concept about the particular area that's regarding the lines that are on the drawings themselves, and some of the differences between a design patent and a utility patent. So let's jump in here. So here we are. We're looking at a United States design patent, and this is one that was issued in September 2011. And you can see right from the top that it's a U.S. design patent. And here's the patent number. It's got D, that represents a design, 644,702. And there's quite a few design patents, not nearly as many as there are utility patent applications. So from a high level, the major difference between a design patent and a utility patent is that design really protects the way something looks, and only protects the way something looks. The fancy word is ornamentation, meaning all the different features. I mean, think ornaments on a Christmas tree. These are the different types of appearance and texture and overall outward appearance. Nothing to do with the way it functions, which is what the domain of utility patents is all about. And so I want to make sure you take a look at this. It's kind of interesting. People talk about patents a lot, and they maybe have never even looked at a patent document before. So here it is live. You're taking a look at it right now. Another difference between patents, design patents versus utility patents, is you see this term length here. It's only 14 years, not 20 years. So a design patent has a little shorter life, whereas a utility patent has 20 years. The information here is largely the same. And so you can see the title is just basketball. You can see the inventor, Kevin Krisiak out of Chicago, Illinois. And there was the application number while it was pending. So let's take a look at the actual drawing itself, dig in. All right, so they've elected these two views as the published, the first page of the patent. And we can actually scroll down and see some larger images of this. So here's the first image. And you can tell right away the sort of distinguishing feature of this arc. You see, if you've ever played basketball before, you know that's where your fingers would go, if you're going to go shoot a hoop or dribble to give you extra grip, perhaps. But what's interesting is kind of this appearance here at this point. I don't think I've ever seen this type of angle. And that's exactly what's being controlled here, what's being sought for. An interesting thing to look at is you see some of these branding, and you can see that the letters themselves, NCAA, and what I believe it says Wilson, that's a pretty common brand for a basketball. Those are in dotted line. You see that, how it's a dotted line? It's not a complete solid line. That's because that brand is not being claimed. In theory, the inventor and the attorney helping them craft this did a good job because they're not going to want to be locked in with just those logos. They're going to want to have this basketball be produced by anyone that wants to perhaps even license on their patented design, and perhaps even the NBA or even other institutions as well, right? WNBA, high school, college, different types of athletic departments, and different brands of basketball. So think Nike. So let's scroll down and take a look at the next figure. Okay, here's a head-on look at it. Now, this gives us a really good look at the shape. You can tell you've got this this arc, almost a trapezoidal, if you will, angle. And that is the distinguishing feature. You've got an end view as well. So you can see this really sharp line, almost in a square shape in the end, at the very end of the basketball. So here's to have a little bit of function as well. But remember, the design patents don't protect the function, it's just the way something looks. And what's nice is you can actually get quite a good benefit. Sure, this is the way it looks, but I think anyone that knows and plays basketball is going to know that having the divot here, if you zoom in just a little bit, well, let's take a look. We won't be able to zoom just now. But you can look and see there's a little bit of a divot here. That's where your fingers would go. So there is a functional aspect to this, but know that that's not being protected under this patent. It's just the way that it looks. And it's the formation of those solid lines. Now notice there are other solid lines on this drawing, and those are permissible. These are just to show the shape of the design, not intended to actually be part of the design itself. It's a little tricky to understand, but it's showing that this is a sphere, and so these lines here are allowable to show that it's a surface, but it's not being claimed. Same with these lines in here. It's showing that there is a change in overall surface area, and it's showing that it's rounded in that between this line and this line. If those lines weren't there, the patent office and the judges that were to interpret this would assume that it's flat. Aside from this slight curvature here, without these lines, the interpretation would be that the span here is more or less flat and along the same surface as the outer side of the ball. I hope you enjoyed this version of Bold Bits. This is a deep dive on design patents and a timely taking a look at the NCAA basketball tournament. I'm so glad that you're able to join me today. So I hope you have a good time, have a good day. Go big, go bold.